Omen Dinoth, a young warrior bard with flowing auburn hair and a lute slung across his back, led his companions toward the looming mountain of shadow. Omen's emerald eyes sparkled with resolve, a stark contrast to the perilous journey ahead. Beside him was Prince Eric of Terraskand, a tall and noble figure with a crown too heavy for his youth. The Sun Dragon scholar, Leora, with her resplendent golden scales and sagely wisdom, often provided much-needed knowledge during their expedition. Then there was Sinric, a cynical spy with a shadowy past, whose dark humor barely masked his sharp intellect. Completing the unusual group was Bryn, a reckless corsair whose bravado often led them into skirmishes, and the talking cats, Whiskers and Shadow, who possessed more secrets than they let on. Their quest was fraught with danger. They aimed to rescue King Aerophon, who had been kidnapped and taken to the Mountain of Shadow, and lift the curse placed upon Terrascan by the malevolent fairy sorceress, Orlith. The fate of their homeland lay in deciphering the enigmatic cipher runes scattered along their path, filled with lethal traps and guarded by murderous creatures. Just as dawn broke, Omen halted. "Beware," he whispered, pointing to a shimmering rune etched into an ancient oak. It pulsed with a sinister, dark energy. One false step, and we'll be ensnared in Orlith's deadly magic. Prince Eric's voice was steady but strained. "Do you recognize it, Leora?" Shuffling through her scrolls, Leora nodded solemnly. "To break this rune, we must sing the Song of Veils, but in reverse. Omen, that's your expertise." As Omen's melodious voice reversed the haunting notes of the Song of Veils, the rune's dark glow faded. Sinric and Bryn kept a vigilant eye on the forest, their weapons ready. Moving forward, the path grew more treacherous. Suddenly, a beastly roar echoed through the trees. It was Garath, a monstrous bear enchanted by Orlith's sorcery, its eyes glowing an eerie crimson. The ground shook as it charged. "Leora, any insights on this one?" Bryn shouted as he brandished his sword. "Garath is indestructible except for a single spot on its chest, a heart-shaped mark," she replied. With agile movements, Prince Eric dodged the beast's deadly claws. He rolled to the side, giving Bryn a clear shot at the vulnerable spot. Bryn took the opportunity to stab the sword directly into Garath's heart-shaped mark. A roar of agony filled the air as the creature disintegrated into nothingness. Meanwhile, deeper in the labyrinthine caves of the Mountain of Shadow, King Aerophon awaited his fate. Encased in magic-infused chains, the king's thoughts were consumed by conundrums of the cipher runes, the key to his freedom. The group's advancement grew arduous as shadows thickened around them. Whiskers and Shadow scouted ahead, their feline agility useful for detecting hidden perils. Sinric deciphered another rune etched into the cave's walls, muttering under his breath. "Orlith is getting desperate. Her magic traps are becoming sloppier."